I can't help myself. I gotta do my exercise today because if I get it done now, I'm good for the rest of the day. So I'm glad that you came in to join the class as well. Let me get this set up. There we go. So kind of a simple thing today. We'll do a combo. It's on the fast side, but four steps, like 1, 2, 4 steps, 4 of each step. Not too much thinking, and then some weight work. So you want a chair for sitting down, tubing if you have it. Some of you have it's going to go around our legs for abduction, stepping out, and then weights or a can of beans, whatever works for you. All right, so if there's anything going on with you, slept on your neck wrong, you stubbed your toe, your knee's a little cranky, modify if necessary, take breaks if you need to, and do you have your water? Because water's always good too. Alrighty, let's go. Let's do this. Step and touch, step and touch. So remember, I am your mirror image. I'm stepping to your right, your left. So all you have to do is mirror me. There's one part today that might seem a little confusing. When I'm coming forward to you, you're coming forward to me, tap back. So when I'm going away from you, you're going away from me. Hot, hot, hot. Not today too hot. Tap to the side. So let's push those arms out. Arms reaching out to your sides. See how your shoulders are feeling. You know, good options for any time I take your arms overhead is to either bend them and don't go all the way up, push across left arm. So the belly is tight, the posture is good. If we just took this workout today and focused on our posture, that might be a good thing. Diagonally up, so here's that modification I was showing you. If you have this full extension of arm, use it. Tap your toe in front, push the arms down. So we just do these simple moves, just do the best you can. Just make sure these muscles, ligaments, tendons are ready to do what we might want them to do. Okay, turn your palms up, do a bicep curl, and then make your feet kick. Work on your posture. Swing your arms. Now go ahead, lift up your knee, right knee, left knee. Back to bicep curls. And then bring your heel back to your bum. So usually this is a good one to lubricate the knee. Modify if you need to. Don't want to pick up that foot that high. March in place, right foot, left foot. A few mambos, right foot front and back. Uh-oh, hold on, it's there, it's there. So instead of going forward and back, I'm going to go side and back. Just the right leg moving. Left foot can stay on the floor or it can come up like you're marching. Now you're going to cross in front. Hold your feet together, tap your toes. Now quiet your body so the toes are tapping, but you're not bouncing around. Wake up your tibialis, wake up down there. March with your left foot, stand up. Do the mambo, left foot forward and back. Two more front and back with your left foot. Side and go behind. Four more, then we'll go side and cross in front. Last two. Side crossover in front. 2 more times. And you're gonna leave your feet apart. Knees are slightly out with the toes. So I'm just kind of pulsing. Back is upright. So I'm not leaning forward. Load more in your heels to keep the pressure off your knees, right? Yeah. So I'm gonna go down, 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 and come up, but no further than this is up. Going down, going down, going down, coming up, but not straightening my legs. And up. Knees moving in the direction of your toes. I know you want to straighten the legs, don't do them. 1, 2, 3, 2 more. 1 more. Now stay down, turn your toes forward, and just kind of press down with your hips. Push-ups, so the body's moving, but the hips are still. They're cheap, but they're useful. Tighten up your belly and roll yourself up. Now watch your blood pressure. Sometimes going forward can make you get a little dizzy. Other way. Ooh, some people got here just in time for the hula. Good for you. All right, let's go to a hip flexor stretch. So let me remind you, the back heel is up, the knee is bent. You push the tush and lift the chest. You want to feel the front of that thigh. And let's switch legs. So my feet hip distance apart. The other foot goes back on the ball of the foot. Bending my knees, weight distributed. Move my hips forward. Lift up my chest until I feel this region. And if you need a little steady, just get over and hold on to something. You be you. And a little hip stretch. So both knees will bend. Hip shift to the side. Hips and backs always, right? Other way, so as you stand up, bend both knees and now move the hip off that way. And we must do our hamstring stretch. Feel free to elevate your leg. If you were to elevate the leg, you could. Or you could sit down. That does feel good. Let's go both sides. And then before we get our combo going, which is all based on a march, I'd like for you to take a sip of water. Just want to make sure you've got some hydration in you. Okay, you ready to move? Right foot marching. It's out, out, in, in. I'll show you options as we go along. Here it is, right foot. So it's just marching. If you say, what's she doing with her feet? Just pull them together and march there. Now this one's the easy one. It's going to get a little tricky, and I may need to turn around to help you get it. You'll step forward, forward. You'll step back on your right leg, lift your left knee, so you can do the other side. So you'll alternate the knee up. It'll be forward, forward, back knee up, forward, forward, back knee up. Here it is. 3 steps, 1 knee up. I'm going to clap my hands when the knee comes up. That'll give you an auditory cue that I'm not tapping my foot, not stepping on it. Now you keep doing this. I'm going to turn around so you can copy me. Forward, forward, back step. Forward, forward, back step. You got that one? You're on the right. Back to V step. So this is part 1. Do 2 more. Now do the alternate knee. Forward, forward, back. Hup. Back to the beginning, V step, that means you step wide and narrow. Now forward, forward, back step knee. Up. I alternate my knees. One more V step, we're gonna add on. I'm sure you're ready. Alternate knee, forward, forward, step back, lift your knee. March in place, feet apart, hips. March in place, feet apart, hips. Right, left, right, left. Now this is if you don't have space, you just shake it, don't break it. But if you have room, march forward toward me, shake your hips, march back, shake your hips. So this is moderate, grounded. So here's my arm pattern. Little monkey arm, side arm, front, side. Don't worry which arm, but it works best if the right arm goes down first. There's a way to embellish where you get a little more vigorous. We'll add that as we go along. One more up and back, and we're going back to the beginning. V step, right leg now. Two more, right leg. Now the alternate knee, forward, forward, back, lift your knee. Okay, here's where you walk forward toward me, sag the arms, hips, and back, hips, and up. We'll do it from the beginning one more time before we add the next part. V step, right. Two more. Now forward, forward, step back and lift your knee. Ha. Ha. Walk forward, 4. Hips go right, left. Back 4. Hips, try and use your arms. It'll bring the intensity up for you. Okay, here's the new part. Step to your right, tap behind. Okay, rest a little. So this is singles. There is a thing where you tap back 2 times. Let's try doubles. Here it is. Gotta move fast. The foot goes back, then it goes back for a second time. And that's why it's called doubles. We'll only do 1 double, so you have to listen for that cue. Single. So it'll be a single, single, double, and then all singles. Here it is. Single, single, double, all singles. You're on the left, you're on the right. Did you get that? Let's go to V step, left foot. Do you know where you are? Keep doing your V step. Make sure you're going left, right, left, right, left, right, left, right. Now the alternate knee. You step forward, forward, back. Hup, hup. 4 more. We'll go back to the V step on the left side to give it a practice. Left V step, go. 4 of these, 3 of these, 2. Now the alternate knee. You go forward, forward, back. That's 3 steps for those of you counting. The left foot. Let me show you options. What? Alternate knee. Forward, forward, back, knee. Forward, forward, back, knee. One more time, left foot from the top. You can step in or jump to add intensity. Alternate knee, left foot steps, right foot, knee up. Now we're going to march forward with the left foot or in place. Hips go boom, 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 boom. Hip, 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 hip. Go, hip, hip, hip. Keep going. Back, 2, 3, 4. 2, 3, 4. Hip, 2, 3, 4. come up. We got a latecomer on us. From the beginning, V step. If you're here late, sort it out. We're on our left side, learning a pattern. Alternate knee, forward, forward, back knee up. Belly in. Come forward 4 steps, hips left and right. Back, hips left and right. Come front. Starting to prance a little because I'm warmed up. Left side, V step. So this or this. 2 more. Forward, forward, back step. Knee lift. 2 more. Yeah, 4 step forward. Monkey arms. And back. We'll do it one more time. On the left side, because the left side's our friend. V left. 2 more. Use your options. Forward, forward, back step, knee. Come on, lift that knee. Come forward 4 steps. Monkey arms, hip your hip. Monkey arms, hip and hip. So the last part's coming up. It's a step touch behind. Just step cross back. Now I'm leaning to get a little more core work out of it. That might not be appropriate for your back. So you can kind of take a bigger stride in lieu of that. Do doubles, 2 times per side. So the foot is out, in, out. Does 2 taps back, 1 and 2. Singles. Now the pattern. It's a single, a double, 1-time double, and then back to a single. Let's count. Single, single, double, now all single. And march with your right foot. Okay, let's grab a sip of water. Let me amend what I'm seeing. And then we'll go right and left, and I'll start showing you some of those options. Well, it didn't seem like much, but I'm warming up. How are you? So the V step, the alternate knee step, the zigzag step, and then finally the single, single, double, all single to get to the other side. Not bad, right? We're going to be on the right leg. V step in 4, 3, 2, here it is. 2 more, you can jump together. Now the alternate knee, forward, forward, back knee up. Forward, zigzag arms, hips go right. Back, zigzag arms, hips go right. One more time, she's shaking it now. Here comes the step cross back. Think about it, single, single, now double. Now all single. And so you should be going left and right. We're going to start the combo from the top. V step left. I'm jumping together, I'm using my options. Forward, forward, step back knee. I'm adding a hop here, pushing my intensity. Come forward, 4 steps. Shake your hips, and back, and hips. Up, up, hip, hip. Go back. Now you're gonna step to your left, cross back. Single, single, now do 2. Now all single, stay here. Well, we've learned the whole thing. So now we just have to work it. And you use your options so you get the best workout you can. Here's an option for the step cross back. I'm jumping. Beginning in 4, 3, right side V step. 2 more. Forward, forward, step back, knee up. I'm putting a hop there. Come forward, zigzag arms. Hips go right. Back, back. Hips go right. Again. Hips go right. One more, breathe. Here it is, step cross back, single, single. Now do two, all single. Four more, we're gonna start the left side. V left. Remember, you can jump together. Forward, forward, step back knee. Forward, forward, step back knee. Pull your belly in. Come forward, left foot, zigzag. Hips left. Back, back. Hips left. Up, up. Hips left. One more. Now we do the step cross back. Single, single, double. Double. All single. Is it working out? Are we working out? From the top. V step right. Two more. Forward, forward, back step knee. I'm hopping because I can. Forward four. Hips go right. Back four. Hips go right. Up. Kind of prance it. Last time. Step cross behind. We do single, single, double. Now all singles. 4, 3, 2, the V step. Woo! Forward, forward, back knee. Hit. Walk forward, left foot. Hips go left. Back you go. Hips go left. Up, up, up. Belly's in. Back last time. Single, single, double cross. Now all singles for 4. We're at the top. V step. That's a double hop. That's fun. Forward, forward, back, knee up. Hit. Right foot comes forward, monkey time arms. Hips. Back. Hips. Up, up. And breathe. And back. Single, single, double, cross back, right. All singles. 4, 3, 2, the V step. Come on, stamina. Oh yeah. Forward, forward, back step, knee up. Woo. Little hop, baby. Left foot forward, monkey arms. Hip, hip. And back. Hip, hip. One more up. Hip, hip. Going back. Single, single, double. Now stretch out. Double. All single. 4. Let's go again from the top. V. Option. Option. Forward, forward, back, knee up. Alternate knee. Forward 4 steps. Hip shake. Back. Hip shake. Up you go. Hip shake. Back. Step across back. You go single, single, double. Now all single. Do 4. V step. Left side. Options. And forward. And back. Forward. Did I forget the knee? Single back cross, double, all single. Okay, you're gonna stay here and march. Yeah, notice your perception of exertion. Taking slow steps into lateral lunge. 1, 2, 3. 1, 2, 3. Step, step across. Now look, I'm using my hands for my back support, but I still have my belly in. Step across. Now lateral lunge has all of our toes forward, so don't turn it into this because it ain't that. If you don't need the hands, makes it a little more work for your core, you can put the arms in front and the hips go back. So we're going slow for purpose here. We want to demonstrate good form because then nothing hurts. You don't do anything wrong because you're going so fast. But it's harder to go slower. You don't get momentum. I got 4 more in me. How about you? 4, 3, oh yeah, 2, and 1 more. Step, put your heel in front. Woo! A little bit of cool down. Low kick. Step, kick, and marches. Step, kick, march, march. Step, kick, 2 marches. 1, 2, step, kick, march, march. Just easy. Kick across your body. Woohoo! Zip your zipper, she's saying to herself. Back to just step, kick in front. Hold your feet apart, sway. Swing, swing. Arms up at your chest. Now feel as the arm goes back and opening into your shoulder as we get our upper body warmed up. Hold your arms out, lift your right leg. Eight more. My toes are pointing forward, not upward. Other side. Quiet your torso so you're not tipping. Strong core will do that for you. 4 more. Well done. Let's grab tubing. Woo. So, if you don't have the tubing and you have bands, sit yourself down carefully. If you have one continuous loop band, put it just below the knee. If you happen to have 2, put one above the knee and one at the ankles. So if you're doing the bands, you're likely going to be stepping into a bent knee squat, so your hips will go back as you step out and step out. For those of us with tubing, similar, but not quite. Also depends on your space. So make sure your tubing is solid. Sometimes there gets to be little holes in these things, so make sure it's not going to go badoingy. So I stand on my tubing. I crisscross the handlebars in front, so there's a cross, and so I have opposite handlebar in my hand. And I'm going to do this step. My knees kind of bend a little and come together. Now, if you have the bands around your ankles or around your knees, you're going to do the same move, and we'll see how much space you have. You may not have a whole lot this way, but maybe you have more this way. So feel free to give yourself enough space that you can take 4 steps laterally. Now, if it's too easy with tubing, you can pull your hands up and make it harder. Okay, zip your zipper, nice good posture. We're going to start with just single, step to your right, step to your left. Now I'm on carpet, so I have to be conscientious that I pick up my feet. And I could make it easy by not going very far, but I want to benefit from this, so I might as well take a big step. Now we take 2 steps, 2 to your right and 2 to your left. And what if you don't have any tubing or any bands whatsoever? You do this, but you do it with a bigger squat. So you'll be doing this, more of a squat. So you don't get to just sit here and watch. All right, now we're gonna try our 4s. You have enough space? Come on, push that foot out. Breathe. Other way. Oh yeah, I feel my hips. We're going right again for 4. Maybe you're going left, it doesn't matter, go. Other way, conscientious steps out, push, breathe. At 2 and 2, right 2, left 2. Again in 2. Are you getting tired yet, or is that just me? All right, now I've got single step and come together. Careful. When you get tired, we get sloppy. Stay right here. If you don't have tubing, that's okay. I'm going to bring my hands down toward my knees, pull up. My elbows are higher than my hands. I do a modified squat, and I pull up. Now, if your weights were close, you could put weights in your hands. If you don't have weights nearby and you're not using tubing, you can just do this. It's this, and my elbows slightly veer back. So you get, everybody gets something out of it, right? Up. And again, I'm going slow for control and for more work. Last 2, blow. 1 more. Okay, release your tubing for those who have it. If you have bands on, carefully get yourself either in a chair or somewhere you can get that off. We are going to use weights, but we're going to do without the weights first. We've done this one similar. I'm just going to vary it a little. My toe is up, my arms go back, and then I come up, I bend my elbows. So I'm really thinking of my tush when I come up. Option, for those who also want to include some balance, hips go back, lift up my, hips go back, lift up my knee. Woo! So that could be a challenge. Now, I wasn't using weights, and you don't have to. You could use your can of beans, but you could use your free weights. So I'll do my free weights. Doesn't matter which leg, we'll do both. Now, if you're saying, you know, this one aggravates my hip or my knee or whatever, you don't get to not do it. What you're going to do is this. So you pick what's best for you today, and let's go. So I'm on my strongest leg standing. So I will notice a difference in the ability of my other leg coming up to balance. You may feel the same way. I believe 2 more would be good. Zip your zipper. I'm not rounding, I'm sticking out my chest. Okay, hold it here, switch your legs. Heart rate, yes, it should be going up a little. All right, so my chest goes forward, standing knee bends. Kind of the antithesis if you were in workout on Tuesday. I'm going to do one more, the bonus round, where we did everything as fast as possible. Okay, weights down. Woo. So I just worked my hip flexors. I'm going to do hip extensors. So I will stand this way. Option one, the arms are going to be the same, yeah? Okay, we'll take a little thinking out of it. So when you're forward, your arms are back, and the front knee will straighten and bend, and you can leave that foot on the floor. Or you can lift that leg and get that hip extension. Now to save your back, instead of doing this, lean a little forward. So it's like you're tipping on a diagonal. Now you don't have to do this with weights. You can use the can of beans. I'll go with my weights, just because I will. So the foot lifts or it doesn't lift. I'm going to start the first few without lifting my foot, just so you can see. So front knee bent, this is my beginning position, lean forward, arms go back. So I'm getting nice upper back work. Here's where I add the hip extensor. That is not a bent knee, by the way. That back leg is straight. You get your balance back by stepping down, front knee bending. Couple more. Really strong through your core. Last one. Okay, other side. Are your biceps getting a workout? All right, get set up. You know, I'm not on a tightrope. Nope, I'm out here. Okay, so when I go forward, my arms go back. Focus and breathe. The weights ought not go swinging by your side. They're actually stopped before you push them back. Four more, keep going. 3, 2, last one. Okay, I'm going to set the weights down and show you the next one. We're almost ready to go to the chair, but not quite. It's a reverse lunge. Remember the reverse lunge, you have some options. You can do the back knee bend. This isn't good for everybody because of a knee issue, but it doesn't mean you can't do this. Because really we want to practice not falling down. And I can't tell you how many people said, you know, they tripped and then they went into like a forward lunge. And because they had that front leg strong, they didn't just keep going down on the ground. So you can either do this, front knee bent, back leg straight, or you can do this. If that's in your vocab, my only concern is that that back foot doesn't turn out or go down this way. Ah! Don't do that. So the knees go down, your hips are square. And so it has a balance element. So arms go out here, and then arms come forward. Arms and forward. Now you saw I picked my strong leg. If you can't balance, tap your toe. And what if I put, I don't know, weights in my hand? So maybe I'll use the canned beans for this one. So this plays on your shoulders. Lateral raise for the shoulders. And then arms going overhead may be a bit much for you. So feel free to go with the beans or nothing, or use your weights. You keep track of your legs. I think I'm going to step back with what would be your left leg first. Yeah. So the arms lateral. Here's my reverse lunge. Then the leg comes up and the arms go up. Breathe. This is my bad leg. Not bad for my bad leg, right? You could tap the toe if you'd rather. Remember what I said about arms? If you have shoulder issues, look at you can modify. You be you. 4, 3, 2, breathe, 1, and rest. So notice how it feels in your shoulder. It might be time to offload, or let me give you an option for the other one. So instead of straight out, elbows are bent. So it's a half lateral raise. You've just shortened your lever. So you could do that. You ready? I'll do the modified one with you. Here I go. Focus. Remember, you can use the floor lightly. Try not to touch the floor if you come through, and let's call it good. Good on you. Wow. Do you want some water? Bring your chair out. Yeah, my heart rate went up a little bit. Oh, I may as well turn it this way. Okay, I'm going to use tubing. I would say tubing's probably better than free weights. So no weights is the option. Two things happen. It's good to sit down, isn't it? Have a seat. I want you to feel comfortable. I want to be a gracious hostess. So for this one, tubing goes behind. And I like the handlebars and the tubing, so I'm holding handles and tubing. If you don't have tubing, you'll just mimic. So the arms will go forward, chest press, shoulders are down. And, what? And I'm going to cross one leg over and then the other leg. Now that's a bit of core, and you may feel that a little objectionable by the back. So what you can do, I rarely say this, scoot into the back of the chair and let the back of the chair lend support to you. Now watch my knees for a minute, because here's what often happens. Instead of lifting the leg and moving it over here, the bottom leg that stays on the floor says, oh, let me help you. So it comes in, then I don't have to cross my legs so far. So I need for you to leave the knees hip distance apart. For more challenge, a little further apart, a little easier, closer together. And then you cross over, being mindful that the bottom leg knee doesn't shift. So there's two things happening. I'm going like this. And if I didn't have tubing, I'd just be doing my arms forward. Yeah, 'cause maybe I don't need anything. I've done enough shoulders. This is for my chest. Everybody good? Use the chair back if you need it. Don't if you don't. Zip your zippers. This will be a lot of core work. Shall we go? I say yes, we go. I'm blowing every time I cross, because that really helps me engage my transversus abdominis. If at any time you're beginning to feel compromised in your back, give up the legs and just let the arms keep going and focus a little more on your chest. So you got to do what you can do. You give it a try, and sometimes it works, and sometimes you need to just not do it. So not an excuse, just an option. Are you feeling it yet? Last 4, adductors. Chest press, last 2, and rest. So I'm going to grab the back of the chair and straighten out my elbows. And feel that work through my shoulders and stretch out a little bit through my belly. So I'm going to ask us to go to the floor today. I don't often do that, and having a pillow under your head might be appropriate, but because you have a chair nearby, I can be assured that you're going to get down safely. If you're not on carpet and you want to go grab a towel or something, go get a bath towel or whatever is nearby. I'm good on carpet. So I will show you, and you don't need weights or anything. This is about core work. Now for those of you to say, no, I'm not going on the floor, I go, okay, you can do what we're gonna do. You just have to be more mindful in feeling the work because you're not gonna have the gravity. So you'll have one hand on your belly, one hand on your back, and you'll be not letting the back do this, which is why your hand is here, and this is what we're doing. For those of us who say, I'm in, I'm going on the floor, remember you can use a chair to softly lower yourself down onto a knee, take a knee, and I'm going to scoot my chair back so you don't have to do this, but I want to make sure you can see me. And then you come to all fours and get to your hip. Now, for anybody who said, I won't need the chair to go down, Karen, I'm still doing that. I would say, try and keep going down to the floor without using your hands for as long as possible. Yeah, just keep using those muscles. So, on your back, and you can have a pillow, your knees will be bent. And ponytail placement matters. So really, the work is here, transversus abdominis. I am not pushing my back down. Look at what just changed. My hips went up, my neck kind of jacked. So I want to leave my neck central and just tighten my belly, but not squeeze my bum. So you're going to have to touch those things and go, oh, I really was squeezing my bum. Or you go, oh no, I'm just squeezing my belly. So that's what we're going to think of. We're going to think of squeezing the belly, not pushing the back into the floor. And blow. So you go for the whole duration, exhaling. This may get you a little dizzy, so go back to normal breath when you need to. So what I want you to feel is the activation of transversus abdominis. Don't pay attention to any of the padding that you have on top. It's protective, right? Okay, you're gonna leave the zipper zipped, is what I always call it. Not force my back down, not force my hips up, not force my neck out. So I just have my belly nice and tight. Now you can lift your head and cradle it in your hands. So I'm not holding my head up. My hands are holding the head up. And believe it or not, that's really hard. I'll be looking off my knees. For those of you seated, you're going to sit to the edge of the chair and lean back so you're kind of on an angle. And then whether you're sitting or whether you're on your back with me, you're just going to lift one leg and lift your chest forward and then lightly put your feet down. So imagine there's a bunch of little chicken eggs with real little chickens in them under your feet, and you're not going to stomp on them. You're going to lightly put the feet down on those chicken eggs. So it'll be lifting your shoulders, lifting a leg, and then quietly putting it down. Now conversely, if you're in the chair, you're sitting at the edge of the chair and leaning back, and gravity is trying to take your leg down quickly too. So there's a little eccentric contraction for you. So everybody just practice on this. If you're holding your head on the floor, remember, you're not pulling the head, you're just resting the head, and the feet are ever so light. They're on the floor, but they're ever so light on the floor. My head never goes all the way down, but it does bring my chest up a little bit. So transversus abdominis is always engaged. I've zipped my zipper. I'm in my britches. And I am feeling the work. I've got a little bit of extra work from my rectus abdominis. Those are the muscles from the ribs down to the pubic bone. And you may need a break now, so if you're sitting on the chair, lean out on your forearms. If you're laying on your back, bring your knees up. That's better, don't you think? Okay, so I'm going to give you the exercise I gave my husband. back when I was doing personal training for maybe 20 years ago, and I've tried to update him, but he likes this one. So let me show it to you, and then you can see if you like it. You may not. You can always go back and do what we did. So here's what happens. The knees are bent, one hand behind the head, the other hand on your hip, leg goes out. Now I know everybody thinks elbow to knee. That requires nothing of me. I want you to think shoulder coming up to the opposing hip. So I'm going to do this. My bottom shoulder drops, my top shoulder lifts, my elbow does not come into my field of vision. You can do a comparable thing sitting in the chair, going across this way. You're likely not going to straighten the leg. I don't know, we'll do a few on one side, a few on the other side, and then you let me know if you like this one or not. Ken apparently loves it, so. All right, don't forget to breathe. Everybody got your zipper zipped? When you're ready, so what are we getting here? Transversus abdominis, that's your zipper zipped, a little bit of rectus ab, and now we've introduced some obliques. Rest your head in your hand. You should not feel your neck. For those of you on the floor, 2 more. Everybody gets a rest. Okay, we're going to do the other side. If you're at the chair, you're sitting at the edge and your back is leaned toward the back. Okay, everybody else on the floor, zip your zipper, and we go. Shh. 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 I'm blowing hard. Shh. Rest your head in your hand. Rest your head in your hand is like a mantra. Head is heavy. Let's go 2 more. And 1 more. We're going to come over onto our hands and knees. If you're in the chair, you're going to stand up, put your hands on the seat of the chair, put your feet to the side of the chair. So we're all going to be on all fours. If you're on your hands and you don't like that wrist, be on your knuckles. And we did this last class. You're going to tuck your tailbone down and drop your head a little, just a gentle stretch of the spine. Conversely, a little extension of the spine. The tailbone goes up and you look out. I do this really slowly. I don't want to be the person who ends up in trouble and wish they hadn't have done it. And then see how your breath fits. The breath out when you're rounding, and the breath in when you're lifting. So do that a few times as what do we have here? Yeah, I don't want to hear that anymore. Okay. Then we're going to end up getting you into a safe exit from the floor. If you're on the floor, do you know it's a thing to come up without your hands as a measure of longevity? But I question that because, over time, you get replacement parts and then things don't work the way they used to. So I don't know, but I guess maybe if you have a replacement part, I don't know. I'm questioning things. But here's the way, if you can, you cross the ankles and you bring yourself up. But not everybody can do that. So again, not using my hands. What if I rolled myself, can't see me, what if I rolled myself over and got up to my knees? This is not for people who have knee issues. And then if I were here, let's just say I took a tumble and I can't get myself up. I want to get to a chair or something. I want to get on one knee and my other foot forward. I'm not thinking of going up. I'm thinking of going outward. Turn that back toe over and get myself up. It's always good to know how to get yourself up. Now that I got you up, take a seat. Okay, have a seat. We need to stretch. Ankle on thigh for those who can. Grab hold, lift up, lean forward. Ankles are an option. I just sent this in an email to my mom. Hopefully she can read it. She's got real bad sciatica She started medication, but it makes, some of those medications, they're narcotics, so they make her dizzy. But, I don't know pain is such a difficult thing. So I told her to get like this, sit up very tall, lean forward, and then I told her to stay for 3 minutes. That's longer than we stay in this. But if you find you're having an issue, and geez, I remember a long, long time ago, there was a student named June, and she was having the sciatic, and I suggested it to her, and it was like a big miracle. So it became her go-to place. Take a breath. And then switch legs. And sitting nice and tall is the first thing. Once you get your legs positioned, if the ankles are crossed, you're going to be leaning out a lot further, but it's probably the safest option for you. So, the nerves come down through the spine, they meander down all the way through, and then they help us feel things. So we know when we step on a rock or step on a piece of glass, not to keep stepping on it. It's our information center. So it happens up in the brain, but our proprioceptors feel down here. But if something gets compressed, that nerve can't feel, so the leg and the hip and down start yelling at you like something's not right. And lift up. This is where twisting can be very useful, but you have to be mindful. Again, as I've said, we have vertebra and we have disc, and vertebra and disc in our spine. And usually we're compressing. I don't know, get weighed and measured at your doctor and find out how much compression is happening for you. It's happening for me too, and it's thanks to gravity and the weight of our body and how we live our lives. If I'm going to rotate or twist, I don't want everything to be jammed as I'm twisting. I'm trying to put a little space in there. So, that in mind, I sit sideways in my chair. I get very tall. We've done this one. It's like the back of the car is a steering wheel, and I will push and pull my hands in order to get that rotation. You do not have to do this. If you've been told, don't twist, but turn your head. So here's option one, sitting very tall and just turning my head, because that's useful too. If I can, let my hand come around. I'm very tall, holding the back edges of the chair, and then just using that chair back to turn myself. Isn't that good? Relax your neck, relax your shoulders. Slowly come back center. You do the hooky pokey and you turn yourself about. Get up very, very tall. If you weren't doing this in a chair, go to a wall, put your hands on the wall, turn toward the wall. It's similar. So get very tall as you do your rotation. Notice whether it feels better, worse, or the same on each side. And then I come back center, and it's time for my hamstring stretch. So the toe is out, leaning forward. If you're not out far enough on the chair, you're not going to get that hamstring stretch. The chest is lifted. If your background's not going to feel it so much, just stick out the chest. Tighten your belly and bring yourself back up. So you could do the other leg. Toe up, chest up, hinge forward. So it's all about posture, how we move in our bodies. I found the most challenging thing for me is sitting on my steps to do weeding. And I get muscle spasms because I'm not doing it forward. I'm sitting on the steps and the weeds are here, so I'm in rotation, and then the weeds. So look what I've just done. I'm not hinging safely. I've rotated, and then I've started to lean, and my muscle goes, I don't like that, Karen. So then I go, Maybe that's happened to you as well. Okay, tighten your belly. Let's stand up. Don't use your hands. If you need the chair, we're going to do a few ankle circles. Don't need the chair. Other foot. Ankle circles. They're good. And as you take a breath without hitting any of your furniture, the arms go up And come down. Of course, everybody likes to be applauded, so I am going to applaud you to thank you for taking time out of your day and getting here to do your workout. And some of you I will see later, and some of you I'll just see you next week. So have a good weekend.